Yo, what's up, everybody? Dan Greer, Eclipse DOT, coming at you today from my truck. I'm in the passenger seat. My daughter is actually getting ready to drive me home. I know, I'm a chauffeur. I'm getting chauffeured around. I'm so rich and wealthy. Actually, she's just learning to drive. So, anyways, I was working on some stuff, and you can't really see it, but I'm doing a DOT checkup for somebody while I'm sitting here. I know, Dan never stops. Like, that's the joy of being Dan. He's like, young guys won't get this and gals, but I'm like the Energizer Bunny. Said it to my kids the other day, and they're like, "What the heck is the Energizer Bunny, Dad?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, y'all don't know what you're missing." Anyways, I just got done doing a DOT compliance checkup for somebody, and we do this free of charge for anybody who's been to any of our shows before, anybody who's come to any of our events or stuff like that. So if you want a DOT checkup, hit us up. Really cool. They actually hired somebody from a DOT, previous DOT officer, to come in and help them do some stuff. And so their stuff was really dialed, like it was really tight. There was a few key things in there though, like even officers missed. So like as I was going through this, I noticed just a few things, like the accident record was missing from the driver application, and the violations was missing from the driver application. Like it just wasn't there. He had included in the SPH, the safety performance history, but that's not something the driver fills out. That's something that the other company fills out, and so it has to be included in that driver section as well. And so sometimes it's little things like that that can put you to 0% compliance. Like, just, you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of times, even when you get somebody who's an expert, but all they've done is do audits, they haven't actually had to pass them, like, that's sitting on a whole different side of the table, right? Like, I don't know how to say this, but like, it's kind of like watching sports, right? You can watch sports from the TV and you can be like, "Dude, you should have thrown that ball this way. Oh, you should have done this. You should have slid home. You should have done this," right? Sitting on your couch, it's a heck of a lot easier to say it than it is when you're actually out there on the field and that ball's being whizzed at you at 100 miles an hour. You got the little big stick you're trying to hit this thing with, right? Like, sitting on the other side of the table is completely different. And that's what a lot of officers don't realize whenever they get into this role, is that they've never sat on the other side of the table from the audit. And so, yes, they are wicked smart. And yes, they know these regulations inside and out, but they've never had to actually pass an audit before. And so they miss little things. The auditors come in and they grab, other officers grab, because maybe that's something they're doing. And so whenever you've passed over like 800 audits, like we have since I've been doing DOT compliance, I know, it's crazy to think about. We passed 800 audits this year. Anyways, yeah, who thought that would be a record? I digress. Anyways, when you pass that many audits, when you've been through that many audits and you've seen what each officer wants separately, like, it's super easy to go in and take care of that. And look at, like, this DOT checkup took me longer to go through the paperwork that they submitted just to kind of get it in order so I could see what was going. And I deleted like half my notes as I go through this. I'm like, "Oh, we're missing a clearinghouse. How come there's only one EMVR? Oh, they're out of compliance on this." And then it's like, oh, it's later in the file because it's not organized super easy to go through. And it's like, that's the other thing you got to think about, is like, how are your files organized? And do you really want to take time to go in and organize them, or do you just like want a system that does it and it's done? So it's just something to think about, guys. I was sitting here going through this and I thought, man, I should share this with you guys. And so I did. That's why I look the way I look, is because it's been like, it's like 8:15 at night and I'm sitting in town. Like, I just got done wiping down my truck. She's all pretty. I know, you got to talk nice to her, otherwise she'll leave me on the side of the road. I'm just kidding. Got done wiping down my truck and I was like, oh, I got some time left. I'll do this. And so I went through the audit. It took me like 20-30 minutes. Like I said, it took me probably 20 minutes to arrange everything that was in there just so I could see what was there, because it like, organization isn't everybody's forte, and you don't ever have anything organized the way officers want, like, all the time, because everybody's different. But if you have all the clearinghouses together and all the MVRs together and all of these together, like, it's super easy to go through and do an audit. Like, to audit our stuff literally takes me less than 5 minutes because of the way it's organized. And it takes any officer less than 5 minutes to look at it. And like, they go through and they look at it and they're like, "Oh man, this is stellar. Why do you have so many papers here? Why don't you separate this?" And so, like, we listen to what officers say and we go in and separate it. Like, we used to have a 35-page driver file or driver application, and now then we've actually separated it out to where it's different pieces. And so it's really cool. So, I digress. Just, if you guys want a DOT checkup, man, hit me up. I'll do what I can to help you guys out, even if you haven't been to one of our events. Better yet, come to one of my events. I'm actually getting ready to do a virtual DOT one. It's only going to be like $97 to come to it. It's going to be like 3.5 hours. It's going to be a DOT deep dive, and then we're going to do some more of those. I'm going to do one on like driver files and vehicle maintenance files and stuff like that. And so my hope is to do one like every month. after I get started on it. I've got this one set for the middle of May. Stay tuned. But yeah, we're going to totally hook you guys up. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. Chat with you later.